Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Yes, good morning, sir. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to day one of SOC Analyst. So, we are starting with the networking fundamental. So, we have our trainer with us. Let's start the session, sir, without wasting time. All right,
Yeah, okay.
over to you.
So, do you guys having the some of the knowledge about basic networking and all? Like, I can understand the your label of that networking part, and then we can go with that. Or should I go with the our schedules?
Yes, sir. Basic networking, routing, switching, which we have understand
Okay,
that
okay.
kind of knowledge.
Yeah. So yeah, we are going to start with the very basics, and some of the people who can join. They have very basic understanding requirement. So we are going to start with very basic one, and rapidly we can go with the like the some of the parts, and we can touch, and then we can move towards the solving, right? So okay, starting with the networking devices firstly, and so some of the devices that is used for networking interconnection, we need to firstly we need to understand what is network, right? So network is a we can say is a interconnection of different network, like multiple computers. Okay, it can be computer, it can be mobile, any device we can say. So for this network, uh, we can go with the firstly we are going to touch the hub. Hub is a device that is used for the connection of the different computers, two or more than of two computers. Okay. Uh, it is not an intelligence device. So basically, it is having what instruction it has set already. It is like we have to understand the OSI layer. So, so all OSI layer, the devices is divided into their functionality on that layer. So this is a layer first device. We can say it's a physical layer of device in OSI model. We can go with the OSI later on. So it used in layer first, and it interconnects multiple devices, multiple computers. Okay. And it is a dumb device because it broadcasts all the data. So firstly, we need to understand what is broadcast and unicast and multicast. So three terminologies are here. So many people, someone will ask to SOC team and ask it is a multicast traffic or broadcast traffic. So we have to identify like what is the broadcast, what is the multicast. So firstly, I'm going to touch that. So let's open. Like this is a computer A, and this is B, C, D. So
Sir, your screen is not visible, I think.
uh, just a second. Is it visible?
Yeah, now got it.
Okay, okay. Okay, I think let me share again. Is it visual now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, it's now clear.
okay. So see, I want to I was explaining the unicast, multicast, and broadcast. Okay. So unicast is like if A is having some of the data, some of the traffic, so it passes this traffic to B. Okay, means one to one. There is a way. It is one directional and one to one. So it is called unidirectional. Okay. And coming with the broadcast and multicast. So multicast is one to many, not all. So just like you are posting some of the post over Instagram. So you are just posting into some of people of group, right? There are your 5 friends, but you are just posting in a group for 3 people only. So it is called multicast, not to all, okay, but one to many. If we talk about the broadcast, so broadcast means you can share a post over Instagram to public profile. So like it is going to reach to everyone who is available on the Instagram or your Instagram account, right? So this is the basic difference. We have to understand the multicast and broadcast mainly. So multicast means one to many, not all, and one to everyone. It's called broadcast. Okay. So some of the traffic we got, that is like there are VLAN concepts. So some of the VLANs we want to separate the traffic. We don't want those users to interrupt with the incoming traffic. So we have to create VLAN and we want to separate those users. So that is a multicast traffic. But for broadcast, some broadcast like your CEO is sending some of the emails to everyone in organization. So that is a broadcasting to everyone in organization. So this is a small concept, and we have to keep it right. Any doubt on this? Anyone? Okay, we proceed further. So we're coming to switch. So see, switch is a broad topic in terms of networking. So it is having a very broad concept and switching part. But we are going to cover just for interview purpose and our conceptual if some traffic is coming through switch, so how we can deal with that. Okay. So switch is a layer 2 device and that connects to our more computers. It is also the same type of like hub, but it is an intelligence device. So it is having some intelligence. It is nowadays a switch is having you can say second layer and 2.5 layers of device because it's sometimes it's sending the traffic to broadcasting, sometimes it's multicasting. So it is having some of the MAC layer of concept is there. Sometimes the next gen switches are coming from Cisco, so it is having also IP concepts as well in switch. So it decides the computer message like intended, like where to send and or what computer we have to send this traffic. So switch having that right and that type of intelligence, like it should be broadcast or it should be multicast. Okay. It is also used to only for purpose of the uh, traffic only like sending the message to directly to some of the computers, or we have to block that. We have to separate some of the traffics to any VLAN groups and all. So on that basis, we have to use the switch. So this is a small introduction type of things of switch, and if I think you should go on some of the good channels on uh, Cisco official website, and you can learn some of the latest switch, next gen switch, and you can understand more about that switching part. But that is not much requirement in SOC. Okay. Okay. we are going with the routers. So routers is a layer 3 device and it's based on the IP. So there is a router is having some routing tables, and on that routing tables, it route the traffic. So router is a very intelligent device, and whatever the traffic coming to router decided on the based of the routing table, and it routes the traffic on the particular location. Particular location, it means the if we comes through inside the company. So there are a lot of teams like the administrator teams, admin, like HR teams, and some of the IT teams. So if some traffic coming to router, like it should going to only be with the HR team only. So router having such type of intelligence, and on the routing table basis, like it decide which VLAN this traffic is we have to send. So router sends and route that traffic on that particular point. Okay. So it is having the routing protocols. So some of the famous routing protocols like EIGRP, OSPF. So these are the like famous routing protocols. Apart from that, a lot of routing protocols are also there. So, but we have to focus on the like the famous one which is currently in market. Any doubt on router and switches on definition basis? Okay, let's move forward.
Guys, I'll just request if you guys have any question, please ask. So session will be interactive, right? So it will
Right.
be free for everybody. Yes.
Okay, so we are moving forward and we are going to cover the private IP ranges. So, like, do you guys understand what is IP address?
Anyone like Amar and Smita, Farhan, you are from the networking background, right? So you must be aware, at least you can revert once. Saurabh, Karan, Madhvi, anyone, please.
So IP address can be an identifier of a device in a network to identify the device.
Yeah, right, right. It is a unique address for a device, we can say, for the
Yes.
particular time on network. So yeah, though on the basis of IP, we can identify, we can send the traffic, and we can locate one of the systems like in network, because there is two concept, IP and MAC. So on that, those both the like addresses we are routing, we are sending any traffic from one point to different point, right? So IP is having basically two types. One is private and one is a public. So we are not going to cover public IP as of now. In further slides and further classes, we are going to cover the public IP also. But currently, the ranges of private IP, why we are touching this? Because every organization, like purchasing one of the public IP, and they are like some of the basis of net and other networking concept, they are try to use multiple systems on a single IP. So on that, the private IP concept is there. So there is one drawback of private IP. Over private IP, we can't access the internet. It is used only internal purpose, right? And these are the ranges of the IP: class A, class B, class C. So guys, uh, we have to remember these ranges always. Like some of the organization using 10.0.0.0 and these ranges till 255, and some of the organization using 172 ranges, and some of the organization using 192 ranges. So these three ranges, organization using the private IPs concept. And private IP address is also called non-routable IP address. That's I explained. It is a non-routable. It means it is not going on public domain and not accessing the internet. So accessing the internet, we have to use the public IP. Okay. So these ranges you can you have to understand and you have to remember these ranges just for the internal purpose, because someone sending if you are just analyzing one of the brute force. Yeah, anyone? Any questions? Okay. If you are analyzing any brute force attack, just I'm taking one example, and the traffic is generating just from public domain, and also you have to analyze the location of the particular source address of the attacker is just geographical location in Russia. So you have to identify the exact location. So on that exact location, we have to go with the public IP. There are different tools like who is and also like virus total, some of the tools from Palos, and some of the IBM X-Force. So these tools where we have to identify the location of the particular IP. So where the public IP is only locatable, not the private IP. The traffic coming into inside the network. So once it enters within the firewall, so then that traffic is going to the public IP because your organization is internally using some of the public IP. So while analyzing the traffic, you have to understand like on what private IP is associated for which user or which server. And you have to identify, yeah, this is our SolarWinds server, this is our web server, this is our some database server, or this is one particular user. So on that basis, you are going to identify and you are going to like decide this is a particular user machine and user is having some weak password and some of the other challenges user is facing. Why or user's data is exposed on internet or dark web from where attacker uh, kept their data and is trying to scan or he's trying to brute force. So for that purpose, you have to use the private IP ranges. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going with the next part is netting. Yeah. So we are using just we have to understand the what is netting and why we are using it. So netting is a network address translation. It's converting process of converting one IP to another. It means private IP to public IP and public IP to private IP. This is the concept after which organizations are using private IP. And after using the private IP, using the net, it converted into the public IP and any user is accessing the internet. So this is the conversion. Like there are three devices, 174, 122, 1.4. So this is private IP. It's converted into through going through router and then it's converted into public IP. So there is one public IP. It mapped to different private IPs, and the public IP is going to internet. Then it accessing the internet. But on single public IP, these three systems are accessing the internet. But over internet, if anyone wants to locate your location and track you, so they are only accessing the public IP. They are not able to see your private IP. Your organization is only able to see your private IP. Okay. Okay, so that netting part is one of the concept is PAT, that is called port address translation. So it is used like PAT permits multiple devices on a LAN to be mapped to a single public IP address. So just like there are 10 IPs, public IPs, are using. So they can use one port, and all the all the different IPs are mapped to a single public IP, and that is via port. So that's why it is called is PAT. So it is a type of net. So it's under type of net. So if traffic to just for example, if traffic to 100.20.30.40 is coming on port 22, so NAT that to 10.10.5.6 a Linux server. So port 22 is playing the role, and the public IP is converted to private IP throughout the port 22. So different traffic coming on port 22, and it converted to a single public IP or a private IP. It depends on our requirement. So mostly the public IP ranges when we cover, so there is like 32-bit of IPs. So the number of like IPs, that is a limited. Some of the broadcast that is limited, some of the organizational army purposes and all. So that is saved for future purpose, and government is not allowing. So on that basis, there is a limitations of IPv4. So on that part, we are like to purchasing one public IP is like the cost is much higher. So on that basis, the PAT concept is here, and multiple one organization purchasing one IP, and it uh, creates a multiple private IP, and it accessing the internet via one single IP. So this is a concept as of now. So,
One thing I need to ask.
yeah.
Yeah. So this net process, where this is configured, like as per as per I know, it is configured in router. Apart from that, where it can be configured means this net and pet.
The netted pen configured on routers, uh, but like there is another concepts as well, like routers and firewalls. Uh, as of now, like some of these switches are coming and like next gen switches. So there also the concept is going on, because some of the switches are hybrid switches, and that is having the IP based traffic or like routings are there. So there also some of the PAT and NAT addresses are also there. So it depends on your organization, like where they are trying to use, what type of like devices they are having. Because some of
SD-WAN, in SD-WAN routers, NATing is initially done and PAT is done, right?
right initially, but some of the Cisco routers and switches, some organization currently using Cisco switches, so that is having also the facility of that.
Access 9000, yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, but that is the like cost is much higher. So organizations are avoiding as of now. Some of the big organizations are using, but anyhow, everyone
Yes,
have to.
these are using Access 9000 routers.
That is good.
I'm saying that.
Hmm. Okay, so one of the any other questions from anyone? Okay, so guys, like these topics, now, like this is also like VVI for interview as well. So like everyone is going, every interviewer is going after security, they are going to these concepts only, netting, patting, and DNS, your private IPs ranges and all. So that's why we are covering these topics as well. Okay. So like we provide some of the around 200 questions as well after the classes, like after finishing all the classes, while doing the interview preparations and all. So on that time, we will provide around 200 of questions. So on that questions, these topics you have to cover from here, from internet, from YouTube as well, because like the mindset of interviewer is depends on your their requirement, not on what you are explaining. So to satisfy that, we have to read more about the more in deep. You have to go, you have to read, you have to make some notes, short notes, some cheat sheet you have to prepare for interview purpose. So we can provide the questions, and we can also provide the answers, but I can prefer to provide the questions only, and you can prepare your answer. So that is the best way to prepare for security interviews. Okay. So DNS is like a concept, and currently DNS is very high in demand because a lot of DNS poisoning type of attack and related a lot of attacks are going on, like web scripting and web shell attacks is also having some of the inclusion of the DNS. DNS poisoning is also very huge attacks we are like feeling in the market, and any organizations are DNS spoofing also some of the doing. So this concept is very important for us for to like build our basics. Okay. So this is nothing but a directory, just like our phone number. Like we are saving anyone's just sort of number we have to say save into our mobile phone. So remember the sort of number, like 10 digit of number is difficult. So that's why we are mapping the number to sort of names, and we save into our phone book, right? So while recalling the Saurabh, if we want to call, so I have to not type the number, 10 digit of number. I have to type the Saurabh name, Saurabh, and the number is coming already with the name of Saurabh. So that is the concept also here. If we want to type www.google.com, so there is a one particular IP where the google.com is hosted, right? So to remember that IP, that is very difficult. So we remember that is a human nature. So we remember google.com, and the associated IP address is also saved on a server. So when we type the google.com, it reflect to search. While searching google.com, it reflect to IP address. So while you're typing, it is the browser level of thing, the google.com. Then after it converted to a IP address, and it searches like where is that IP address. And when it search and finds where is the google.com hosted, it reflect back with the your google.com only. You are not able to see like what is the IP address on that part. Okay, so it is a very user friendly. Whatever you want to see, like google.com, you can check. Sometimes it is having like while walking on the DNS, like mm, it locates on different server. Some of the like in past you search google.com, so it save into your cache file on system. So it resolved from there only. It is going on so while searching, it is going to cache only, and it resolves your data, and it provides the data from Google. But when it is not in cache file, it is going to search. So we are going to see the process, how we search and how it works. But it is the core concept, like DNS is works as a directly only, like phone book directory and all. Okay. So we need to understand like TLDs, that is a top level of domain. So top level domain is like .com, .in, .us, .uk, .gov. So these are the top level domains. So in that, every FQDN having, like, just example here, like www.google.com. So it is divided into the three parts: top level domains, and the names, and the that is called prenames also. So top level domains is also divided into the category. Like .com is commercialized, .in for India, .gov is the government purpose, .edu is for educational purpose. So these things we have to understand, like for what purpose. And also it depends on the hosting partner, like GoDaddy.com, or there are a lot of another partners who are providing the TLDs, and they charge as per their requirement, as per your services, for 5 years, 10 years, or 1 year for short time. So that is they are selling for the top level domains. Okay. So like these things, like root DNS servers. So these are something like where it is like the root DNS, it is providing the location of the TLDs only. So where it is known about, there is some of the table where it identifies where the TLDs are located. So it also like root, TLD, and authoritative DNS, we are going to understand from here. So this is the work model, right? Okay, there is one more concept, 9 and 10. Okay, I will do that. So see, some of the user wants to search google.com. So firstly, there is a DNS resolver. So DNS resolver, what it can do, it resolves your query and search within the cache only. If the data found from cache, so it can resolve your query and it can provide the information to you on your browser, and all the process are going to be not going to be happen. Just resolve the query from here only. But when it don't find the data from your cache file, it's going to root server. So root server, what is having? It is having the location of the top level domain. So it is providing, it is searching like google.com. So where the .com is located. So the root server provides the location of the .com servers, like TLD server we can say, because TLD is .com is a top level domain, and root server just store the data of TLD only. So it provides the TLD location. So just you can see the query of to send with the DNS resolver. Then the DNS resolver, the root server provides the data of the TLD. That is a process of 3. Again, the DNS resolver define the query, the TLD name, TLD server. It goes to TLD server. Like this is the domain. I am searching the google.com. So it is saying like, yeah, I have the tld.com, and I have the saved the google.com also. So it can provide the google.com exact location where the google.com is hosted. So it provides the location to DNS resolver. Like this is the location where the google.com is located. Okay. Then a DNS resolver again goes to where the google.com is already stored. So on that, like it can find the google.com, it captures the data all from google.com, and it provides to DNS resolver. DNS resolver find, yeah, this is the correct one. It is the matching data, and then it's going to resolve the query and again providing to the system, where the system converts this IP address data into the google.com format, and it provides to the browser so user can see it. So this is the basic structure of the DNS, how DNS works. So anyone anyone having any doubt in that queries? Because I think as of now, you can fix the this is going to be asked in your security interview, and you have to explain how TNS works.
One thing I need to ask.
Yeah,
Yeah, so about the DNS resolver. So DNS resolver is a separate thing, or it is a component or feature of DNS server itself?
it is a component of the DNS server only, but DNS resolver is like set by the gateway. Okay, so they can share because every traffic is going to be like the gateway. Just your company is also uh, having some of the DNS and having some of the gateway they have decided. So on that basis, they are going to like resolve your queries.
Okay, so as you told, like, does it mostly work based on the cache only, right?
Yeah, cache only. So on cache, while you searching, so your like system is having the Windows firewall, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So on that basis, it's also going to resolve. So that's why, like some of the attacks happen. So firstly, you have to research about the your cache, your uh, your cache data and all, because sometimes like the query is resolved within your browser only, and attacker have not intended to outside, because see to understand better understanding, like just you got one email, okay, and there is some of the malicious type of file is there, that is like user intentional file, like user intervention is required. User clicked on that file, it going to browser, search, and some they wants to your ID password. So you logged in throughout the browser into some of the websites, your internal websites. So your caches sometimes have having your like details over there. So they can track your cache only. They can track your browser when you are entering the password. Sometimes they are guessing, sometimes they are not guessing. They are doing the exact match. So they are having DNS based a lot of tools they are having. So DNS root server, TLD server, and the host server. So these are the outsider things. So DNS resolver works as within the organization, within the uh, like internally, and it can going to search the queries throughout the outside.
Okay, so where does this cache store? Means on the browser or on the DNS resolver?
On the browser, not the DNS resolver.
Then how DNS resolver interact with the browser and checks the cache whether
Like
it's there or not?
there is a two level. So firstly, when you search the like DNS resolver, your cache, when you are typing the google.com, so see it's going through the your cache file only, and firstly if we found the cache, so it directly resolve the query. See there is, suppose, 1 second, recursive and iterative queries. I have not some that there lookup zones. I think I missed that slide. And like, see, firstly, it's going to your search your in cache only. Then after it's going to on the DNS resolver. Okay. And then it going to, if it is not find in your cache, then it's going to for DNS resolver.
And in DNS resolver, what it does, because you told that in DNS resolver it will check the cache, but it is checking cache priorly only, means in the browser. Then it will
Prior,
move to DNS.
prior only, and then after it's going to the DNS resolver.
Yeah.
DNS
So
resolver is basically works for the outsider of the like sending the query to outside of the system.
okay, then where the list of IP addresses and corresponding domain names are stored?
Current on that root server, like google.com, while hosting the google.com. So definitely there is a some of the hoster like GoDaddy or any other uh, like organization is there. So that is providing the root server. They have like uh, coordination with their vendors. Like I am providing the TLDs.com on these servers. So if any DNS resolver or comes the query, so you have to provide this server location. So it is the part of, you can say, the GoDaddy and other a lot of competitors also in market. So they are providing the data to one of the organization, and that is hosting the root server. So that is having the root server. All the TLDs locations are there. And then after, if .com is hosted by the GoDaddy, so it route the TLD server. Like then the which TLD server, which organization is having. So it is basically they have the coordination. So that's why we are purchasing any domain from any vendor. So they are having coordination within them and they are hosting their data. So they have a proper coordination for internet level.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. So these are some of the like that is the points. And
Yes, sir. So fundamental is like covered or like still some concepts?
I think we required one more class for 1 hour. We can clear the concept, all the like the some of the concept like DHCP, how DHCP works, and one thing like the public IPs we have to cover, and some of the more integrated topics related to security like firewalls and concept of the next gen firewalls, and also OSI model we have to cover.
Yeah, definitely, sir. We can, cover
So
the next class and
one next class we have to cover around 1 hour of the time, and then after we can move to security part, core security. So we go with the SIEM part and architecture of SIEM. We can start and we work it.
yeah, next Saturday we can plan for the next day two networking fundamental, and Sunday we can plan for the question and answer, right? And then
Yeah,
coming weekend we'll plan for the security basics.
right. We can do that.
So guys, you can prepare your doubts from the networking fundamental we are covering next weekend and with the question answers. So that will help you to understand basics. And then we'll start with the SOC L1 training. So I
Yeah,
hope, yeah,
yeah.
please.
One more thing, like guys, nowadays, uh, in security part, they can ask the scenario based question. Okay, they can provide a scenario, and in that scenario, they are putting the concepts. Like they can put the TLD server, a DNS resolver. So in that scenario, they can put these questions within the security questions. So you have to be prepared more on the network concept, core concept. Then after the security part is more on the practical part. So we prepare some of the questions if you have, and we can do that in the next classes.
Yeah, sure, sir. Like,
Okay.
we'll share some PDFs also with the
Okay.
students so that they can prepare.
Okay. Nice. So we can say.
Okay, guys, I think good enough for the day, and we can meet, next Saturday, same time, 10 a.m. And then we will have, like 2 hours class per day. So, okay, guys, thank you for the time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Happy
everyone.
weekend, everyone. Happy weekend, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.